All right, NTB, man. So I was looking at some videos online, and in those videos, they were discussing a lot of the drama that's going on in the hip hop world, and a lot of guys getting arrested, and they talking about arresting other people, and they got RICO charges and all kind of stuff going on. And if someone would have asked me about the title Snitch or snitching, I would tell people to be careful with that title and labeling people that's a dangerous label. And if I had someone who's going on the inside, they were facing jail or prison time, I would definitely advise them, watch that title. I had a mentor. Many of you guys know my story. I was arrested and served 12 and a half years as a teen, and I was in some of the worst prisons in New York State and maximum security. And I had a guy there, he was a mentor of mine, and I call him a mentor because I just learned so much from him. He had his old crew. He was a very wealthy man, a street hustler from uptown, and well respected. Had a little crew around him who guarded him, protected him, and much older than I was. He was like 60. I was maybe 22 when I first met him. And I had my crew too, but we were all young guys, and we don't really run together, but every now and then I see him in the yard or whatever. We'll chit chat for a minute, and we walk the yard every now and then, and he'll drop game on me about how things going in the penitentiary, yada yada yada, who to stay away from, how to stay away from them. He would talk to me about the games guys play, particularly try to play on younger guys, because he saw so much, he knew so much. And one of the games he was telling me guys play, and they did, they'll try to befriend some of the young guys who are strong and moving with power and force, because, when you get old in the penitentiary, you can't move like you used to, so you have to kind of like have muscle around you, and so they'll befriend the young guys just so the young guys be the muscle. And he taught me, how to avoid that, stay away from all that. A lot of other things too. Wise dude. But anyway, I thought he was one of the wisest dudes I knew about the game. But one day he was in the yard, from what I hear. I wasn't there to witness it, but everyone was talking about it. It was the talk of the prison. And he was holding court as he does. Funny guy, uptown Harlem, stories for days, talking about Harlem, nightclubs, partying, drinking, ladies, all that street life stuff, gangster chronicle stuff. And, he keeps people mesmerized with his gift of gab. And while he was talking, holding court in a circle with the fellas, from what I understand, he said, yeah, and this such and such is a snitch. He called him a rat. And he saw the paperwork on him. He was talking about another guy who was in the prison. And what happened was, one of the guys who were in the circle who heard him went and told the guy what, this man said. And so I tell people, be careful with that label, that title, and placing it on a man, because when you place that label on a man, you put a target on his back, and you put his life potentially in danger, because someone's going to try to get him eventually. You understand? And that label you cannot be fast and loose with. That's like calling someone a pedophile in the penitentiary. Same thing. You're putting targets on people's back. And that OG, he knew the game. He knew better. I know he knew better. He was game tight. But I'm thinking maybe he out there smoking, drinking, we got that wine up there, he got a little drugs up there, and he probably was a little high, a little tipsy, and, he was off his game. The problem is, the guy he said that about was no joke. I knew him personally, and I saw the work he put in on dudes, and it was ugly. And from my understanding, every prison he went to, every jail he went to, he was putting work in. And so now, if somebody put that label on you, the code is that they got to produce paperwork. You understand? You got to produce paperwork to verify, and you have to produce somebody who can verify what you're saying, or the jail is going to turn on you. The prison is going to turn on you. You have to verify that. You just can't throw that label out there. But beyond that, the person that you put that label on, chances are they're going to get you. they're going to get you, see, because they have to, because you just put a target on their back. Because if they don't do something, then word on the street is, shit, he ain't do nothing. Then it might be real. So a real dude gonna do something. And what that OG did, he said that about a real dude. And so anyway, I knew both of them. Both of them were good dudes. But anyway, long story short, a few days after that, OG walking out the yard and the dude hit him good, man, hit him good. And the moral of the story is, be careful what you label people as, because I know the ramifications of that label on a dude. I also know the ramifications of the potential blowback a person can get once you put that label on a man, particularly if it's not true. Anyway, NTB, man.